So what's up?
Final Fantasy 14?
Oh, you've entered the world of Eorzea with the free trial up to the end of Heavensward expansion with up to level 60 with no limits on playtime?
That's the one. And actually, I finally have Black Mage up to level 80. I'm almost done with all the main story quest content.
Nice. I'm still fucking back in Heavensward. I'm still back in the Heavensward patch content.
Oh, so you have a lot of yeah, there's some like
I hear that I have a bad expansion to get through.
Oh goodness. There's just for every like really good thing that Final Fantasy 14 manages to do, they also include something just wildly offensive.
I'm thinking about I don't know if I would call this wildly offensive, but maybe exceptionally tone deaf, which is the part in the Heavensward patch content when the fucking fail son noble in is it Ishgard? That's Ishgard where the fucking Ishgardian noble fail son like orders a guard to shoot a protester, and then we have to be sympathetic with the guy who ordered the guard to shoot the protester.
Oh, it only gets worse.
Oh, good. That story continues. Probably a low point, especially like when fucking not Astinian, what the fuck is his name? Especially when Thancred is like, well, I guess we'll have to lie and tell the people that the protester deserved it somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't come to this game for its politics. I came to this game for being a bunny girl.
Exactly.
But like I'm
a cute little lizard. I fling spells. That's enough for me. You know?
Yeah. Emmett Selk is there, I'm told.
Emmett Selk is great.
Yeah?
That's I'm just gonna leave it at that. He's great.
He inspires a spectrum of reactions among people that I follow. Some people are deeply, madly in love with him. Some people think that he is reprehensible and not deserving of one iota of the appreciation that the fandom has given him.
Yeah, I call it the Majima effect.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
I don't know people that hate Majima like that, though.
That's because most of the people you know are gay.
You know what? That's true. Though
I think I'm right.
I will say that the people that I follow who think Emmett Selk is reprehensible are also gay. So
I mean, he can be reprehensible and a great character at the same time.
That's true. That is true. I'm looking directly at Makima Chainsaw Man.
Exactly.
Ugh. Fuck, it is so hot. It's not even that hot today, but it's fucking hot as hell.
Nothing feels hot to me anymore because this office got to like 90 degrees last week.
Yeah,
and now it's not
after last week
that hot, so I'm fine, I'm chilling.
You're just vibing, huh?
I am simply vibing every day of my life.
Oh, God. Just vibing with the boys being Jerry and Cheeto.
Jerry and Cheeto and Ethan.
I know you have a partner, but to me the boys encompasses just like your guys.
They're all my guys.
You know what? You got a point. You're right. You're right when you're right. You're right.
It's a house full of guys, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
We love that shit.
We love it.
You want to talk about this movie?
Oh, if we must.
Actually, no. Before we talk about this movie, I want to talk about an extremely strange experience I just had, which is that before we did this podcast, I had to run to the grocery to grab a couple of things. Nothing like important, just like some food, because I'm on my own for the weekend because my family is out doing 4th of July stuff, and I didn't want to go because I don't like this holiday. I don't like the way that my family does anything about this holiday, and I don't like the rest of my extended family all that much, who I'd have to be seeing to experience this holiday with my immediate family.
Big mood, yeah.
But I went to the grocery store and obviously like no one's wearing masks, but I've come to accept that. But like everyone is fucking decked out in like their stars and stripes, their red, white, and blue, their America fuck yeah, and I'm just like, is that common? Like do people just have that in their back pocket like an America fuck yeah shirt that they're just holding on to for today?
Oh, you know what's even worse is that I know people who get new America stuff every year.
Why? I guess patriotism and nationalism is a hell of a drug.
If there's a product, you have to buy it.
It was just surreal to experience, just seeing
Yeah.
everyone decked out in the American flag. I will see people. I see people with an American flag on them in some way, shape, or form. Like, if I go to the grocery on a regular day, I'm going to see someone with an American flag on their person, probably,
right.
like a patch or a shirt or something. But just the sheer number of people and the number of kids whose parents have dressed them up in 4th of July. It's just. I don't like this holiday very much. And then tonight I have to corral the boys, the dogs, because I'm here with them and I have to keep them. I have to protect them during the fireworks.
Oh yeah, I don't know how Jerry's gonna handle that.
Hopefully well, but I don't know if you got like give that boy a weighted blanket or something.
Oh yeah, he's going to have constant attention tonight.
Oh, that's good. I love Jerry so much.
Me too.
To be clear, Jerry is Sue's dog. We should be.
My puppy.
Your puppy. What kind of dog? What kind of dog is Jerry? Do you know? Is it just like a smorgasbord in there?
He's a very good boy.
That's good. We knew
think
that.
He's some kind of Shar-Pei Terrier mix.
He's so big for that.
He's very big. He's very long. He's much longer than you think he is. He's
long dog.
He has a tiny little head, an enormous snout, just 90% torso, and a 100% good boy. I love him so much.
This sounds like the ultimate dog.
He is, and that's why nobody's mad that he's just like barking constantly around here. Every time we pass a neighbor with him and he like gets overwhelmed or something and starts barking, they're like, "Aw."
Oh, it's okay, Jerry.
Yeah, he's cute enough to get away with shit, and
yeah,
now he runs our life.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cone anymore either, so I can finally see pictures of Jerry unimpeded by cone.
You can see pictures unimpeded by cone, but now that he's post-surgery, to put it delicately, his dick is always out now. So
is this like a forever thing, or is this just like a for a little while after surgery?
I think it's a forever thing.
Oh, Jerry!
I know.
Oh my god! What a funny problem for a dog to have. Okay, we've talked about dog penis enough for this on this episode. We filled our quota.
God. Lizards.
Fearbaiting, everyone. It's your number one Lizard fan cast. I'm Lizard Lover. Sara, I don't know why why I said that. I have a back. I don't know why I was about to introduce myself with my last name. Like, it's a common last. Like, my last name is Rogers. Like, if you've known me for long enough, you probably know that fact. But it's not. I don't know why I just came in there. I was like, I'm Sara. Whatever. I'm Sara. Hi, and I'm joined by returning guest Sue.
Hi, that's me. I'm Sue.
Welcome back, Sue. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about Jerry and his many funny problems.
Thank you. I love my funny little guy.
He is just a funny little guy.
He really is.
Your last episode you were on for Tomie, right? That was the last one that we did. The in your words, not mine. The bad Tomie movie.
It was either the Tomie movie or we might have talked about the Death Note chapter. last
Oh
time.
my god, that's right.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Yes. I think we just talked about Death Note parentheses full anime and
Yeah.
also talked about the manga chapter.
Yeah. It
Damn,
was
I should do I've kind of been jonesing to like rewatch Mirai Nikki, and maybe I should do a Mirai Nikki episode
that
of
would
this
be
podcast.
fun. That would be
That's
really
a-
fun.
It's a fun show, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
It's
You
sure
know
something.
my beloved.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the murderous things that she does.
We are
Actually, you know what? I'm looking directly at the murderous things that she does, and I'm standing her for them.
I pretend I do not see it.
We didn't watch Mirai Nikki this week. Oh my god, sorry. I brought up Mirai Nikki. Now I'm just remembering my wife with the eye patch, whose name I don't even remember. With the fucking bombs.
Yeah.
Do you remember her?
Not well enough. But
They gave Misato from Evangelion an eye patch, and I said yes, thank you very much.
okay. I'm into it.
Yeah. We didn't watch that today though. We did instead watch Aberration, the 1997 New Zealand film about monster lizards. And this is a movie.
This sure is a 1 hour 33 minute film.
Yeah. So our movie opens with Amy Harding, who's on a road trip to an old cabin that her family that her family owns. Oh my god, an old cabin that her family owns that she has inherited. And she is like this, like everything she's like, she lived, she served cunt, she died. Like this woman just looks like she also looks like a huge lesbian, which makes the romance in this movie really hard to believe because she just has like pink hair, like she's just dressing as lesbianly as possible.
Oh,
in my
we'll get
opinion.
to it. I don't think this was on purpose, but I think this is part of the actual quality of this film. We'll get to it.
Are you gonna tell me that Marshall Clark is a he/him lesbian?
No, I'm going to tell you that this movie isn't about what it says on the tin.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So she goes up there. She's got her kitty cat. She's got her fish, which she puts in the empty tank. Which she doesn't like. They're in bags. She puts them in the empty tank, but they're in bags, which is
The bags are completely full. There's no air in them, so there's absolutely no gas exchange. This is just amateur shit.
there's also no water in the tank. Like,
Well, yes, that is probably the bigger problem, but also, they're just big common goldfish. They're gonna create so much waste. Like, there's no way they made that.
God, working in a pet store was such a huge morale killer because
Oh,
I
God.
like the number of times I had to tell people, listen, no, goldfish actually grow extremely huge, and you should probably not be buying one and you should probably not be putting a goldfish into a 2-gallon tank. And then the kid's parent is like, I don't care, just sell me the goldfish. And then my manager says, listen, you got to sell them the goldfish.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, that thing's gonna die.
Yeah.
And the number of people, the one thing that my boss did let me put my foot down on, at least, was people who wanted to put multiple betas in one tank. Mm-hmm. Like, most of the people got it when I told them they would fight to the death, but a couple of times, like, people would be like, oh, come on, let me just, come on. Which was
Yeah.
demoralizing.
Not my favorite job.
No.
Okay, we have to talk about the lizards.
Yeah, okay. We have to talk about Well, okay. So she's just meeting the neighbors, including Mr. Peterson, Marshall Clark, who's our romantic interest, and he's like, oh shit, there's some animal life missing around here, and also there's some green slime, and there's also green slime oozing in Amy's house where she goes down to the basement and is like, I wonder what's down here. And then she turns it around and the walls ooze green slime behind her. And it's very scary, very, very scary. SpongeBob voice, walls will ooze green slime. Terrifying. What happens next? Sorry, my notes are a little bit...
Oh, that's
scattered.
okay. Your notes don't have to be perfect because the Wikipedia entry on this film is elaborate.
Yeah, yeah. So So that's when my notes aren't great, I normally have to rely on the Wikipedia article, and normally like that leaves a lot to be desired because there will normally be like, especially for a movie like this, which is not very like this is the first time I'd heard of this movie, and I did not expect to see a plot synopsis of more than like two or three short paragraphs, but instead there is like an essay. There's like a book report length synopsis for this on Wikipedia, which is very funny to me.
Yeah, I feel like I should emphasize I didn't know about this film until 2 days ago.
Right, because we were gonna watch Jiatsu Circle originally, but then you decided against it because you didn't feel like it fit the vibe, which I respect that.
I will bring it at some point.
Yeah, I do want to watch it at some point, but just not like now.
Yeah. But I literally just kind of Googled horror movie about lizard, and this was the first one that came up. And it had a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, perfect, all right. It's a film from 1997, which means that we're going to have some practical effects, and I love that, so...
Yeah, practical effects, lizard.
We sure did get that. Great sign.
What were we just talking about?
Okay, we were just talking about... Amy just got home. She's cleaning up her cabin. We forgot to mention the cake. She does the most valid thing in the world, and she sits down on a couch with an entire cake, and she picks up a huge slice and goes to take a bite, and the very center is just green
Blind
and
out.
nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, that cake got that slime pussy.
It sure did, and she doesn't like to see it, and neither would I. So that's...
Yeah, I would hate to see that.
Yeah, and it's after that she goes and meets Mr. Peterson, who is being super creepy, not really answering her questions. It's great.
Yeah.
He's looking for his dog, who we have already seen is...
we already saw that dog get exploded by a lizard.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Well, by a mystery creature.
Mystery creature.
Wink, wink.
Uh-huh. They sure did lean into the animal gore in this one, huh?
Yeah, they sure just fucking I did not think this movie was it's not morally reprehensible or anything. There's just a lot of animals that don't make it to the end of this movie, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, this is not a I don't think a single animal survives this movie.
Nope, the fish don't.
Yeah.
Cat doesn't, dog doesn't.
Damn. Just like working at a pet store.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Mr. Peterson, who's missing his dog, is like, hey, get the fuck out of this town, motherfucker. Bye.
Yeah, no reason to explain myself, just get out.
Yeah. So she goes to there's fucked up cake and she's like, oh fuck, I think I have rats. She goes to the general store and meets Mrs. Miller, who's just a nice older lady, not an old lady, but I don't know, maybe 50 something.
Something like that. She looks like a kindergarten teacher.
You know what? She really does look like a kindergarten teacher. You're right.
I think she is. I think this movie didn't want to pay more than 3 to 4 actors, so I think somebody on production just talked to their kindergarten teacher, and she was here.
Yeah.
And she
really
tried very hard.
Yeah, she did try. She did in fact try very hard. She goes to the general store and she's like, hey, let me get some mousetraps. She's like, oh, sorry, we're all sold out of mousetraps. Here's some insect spray though. The insect spray really doesn't do much. She tries to take a bath, and the lights go out, so she goes to restart the generator, and a bunch of slime falls on her head.
Slime.
It's yuckaroo. She gets Nickelodeon gacked.
She sure does. It's you barely even see it, honestly.
Yeah. Like, this is, like, compare this to the scene in Suburban Gothic when Matthew Gray Gubler gets a face full of ghost cum.
I think I'm just gonna have to believe you on that one.
There is this, it's ectoplasm, but, like, it's ghost. Let's be real, it's ghost cum.
What else would it be?
Like, okay, so I need to explain to the listener the extent to which the Wikipedia goes into detail. I need to read you this sentence. While there, slimy residue falls into her hair and she goes to wash it out. She tells Frankie to guard the cabin as she goes to the general store again. She buys all the mouse traps for $22 and a poison sprayer that Miss Miller loans to her. I have never, ever in all of my time doing this podcast, I check the Wikipedia articles frequently to see if there's, like, any trivia or anything. I've never seen, like, an amount of money that a character in the film spent on a thing. Like,
it's very funny because they've included that detail, but they've written off the, like, poison sprayer. Like, it's just one of those, like, backpack things you wear to spray, like, herbicide. And
right.
They talk about this chemical that they insist that Amy take with her that apparently somebody could get arrested over and is super gross, and you see them just kind of, like, handle it through the rest of the film. Like, they talk about how, like, they're definitely gonna get cancer or something, and then they just, like, you know, no hand covering, no eye gear, they're just, like, spraying it everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is where she meets Marshall.
Yep, Marshall is like in a different goddamn Marshall is not acting like this, but the energy that he's bringing is very. You know that one clip from that porno that's like the woman's like, "You need a lifeguard on duty or else you're gonna drown," and the guy's like, "This isn't a beach, this is a bathtub."
I've never seen that, but I trust you.
He's just like, I feel like he doesn't know what movie he's in. Like, he's trying to be in like the rest of this movie is trying to sell itself as a horror thriller kind of thing, and he, like, seems to think he's, like, in a romantic comedy action film, and it's just very strange.
Well, this is where the roots are set for my theory of the film, which is that this film is not about a swarm of monster lizards. It's about the horror of being pursued by a man.
Okay. I'm listening.
We'll continue on with it, but from the beginning here, Marshall is, like, a huge creep. Like, it felt an awful lot like the way that guys used to talk to me in high school, back when I was, like, still femme presenting.
Right.
He's just, like, he will not take a hint. He's, like, literally following her out to her car when she is very specifically telegraphing that she is not interested.
Girls love it when you do that, actually. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, persistence is actually not scary at all. But this is to me the foundation for the whole horror of the situation.
Stalking someone is actually boy boss maneuvers.
I hate it. It's so painful to watch.
Yeah, it's.
So he finagles his way into driving her home because she bought a shitty car for $500.
Yeah.
And then drove out into the wilderness where...
Driving to my cringe cabin with my fail car.
Exactly. It's a little VW Bug. It's old as shit.
Yeah, Herbie running on empty.
Yeah, she makes a lot of questionable decisions in this movie.
She does.
Yeah, but they.
But the one thing that's never questionable is her wardrobe choices. She's always looking fresh to death.
She does.
She looks like the sixth Spice Girl, the one who just missed out on making it into the Spice Girls.
It's definitely very gay.
It is. It is super. Like I said, the sixth Spice Girl.
Yes.
So what happens
So
next?
Marshall's whole deal is that apparently he's a quote-unquote animal biologist. And there's been animals disappearing, and it's really bad, and he has no idea what he's talking about, but he sure is talking, and he's like, oh, you saw some of the goo? I think I have to, look at your entire cabin now and open drawers and invade your privacy. And this isn't creepy at all, but you're gonna let me do it, right? And then Amy's like, yeah, I'm a horror movie protagonist, so I'm gonna let you do this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let this shit rock. You do what you get. You do what you gotta do, bud. I'm just gonna open myself up to the possible horror of you being a shithead.
Yeah, so he is just continuing to be a shithead until he makes an unfortunate discovery.
He finds that he finds a very big beardy paw on the fish tank.
It's
just like a big old like
Yeah.
a huge bearded dragon stamped their paw in red paint and then ran across a fish tank.
They encounter their first mutant gecko, which is visibly just like a little rubber Gila monster that they haven't even bothered to paint.
Yeah.
So that's fun. It whips around the house. They spray it with poison. It spits venom.
Venom. Got the adrenaline venom.
And he says something at one point about how no lizards do that, and I don't think that's correct. I'm pretty sure there's at least one kind of lizard that like does in fact do that, but
does do what now?
The venom spitting, or I might be thinking of the ones that like shoot blood. I don't know. There's some fucked up lizards out there.
When I think of venom spitters, I think of the ones that kill Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park.
Sarah, you know I've never seen films.
You've never seen okay. I know you've never seen films, but you of all people have not seen Jurassic Park.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I saw the horrible sequel with
Piss Crat.
Yeah, I did see that one.
You should come back on this podcast so we can do Jurassic Park one of these days.
I'm down. Yeah, I'll do it.
That movie's scary.
Counts. Yeah, it counts. And again, more practical effects, which you know I love.
We do love those. The practical effects in this are very fun. Like, we don't see the lizard really. I mean, we see like a couple of cutaways. We see like some very short cutaways of it, but the most extent we see the lizard is either Marshall or Amy saying, "Look, the lizard," and then the camera like swiveling, and then we just see like a little like a lizard butt like scurrying into an alcove. Mm-hmm. And like I love to see a lizard ass scurry. It's very funny to me, but like.
That's the thing, is that every once in a while they will get it perfect.
Right.
Like, sometimes I don't know if they did stop motion or if it was just a little puppet or what, but it moves like a lizard that's like running across the floor.
Right, exactly.
And then sometimes
like,
it's so lazy that it's just like the tail dragging across the floor.
Right, like when it works, they do get that little booty ass scramble that lizards do. And God, don't we love this? Don't we love the booty ass stand? Don't we love the booty ass scramble?
It's perfect.
We love our lizards here.
We love our lizards.
So yeah, they chase the lizard around and they try and catch it, but they get it with the poison. And Marshall's like, "Oh fuck, it's a mutated lizard. That's bigger than any lizard I've ever seen. They're evolving. Uh-oh.
They're evolving.
Oh fuck. They're getting bigger. They're getting better." So they try and drive away, but their car breaks down, and so they head over to Mr. Peterson's house. Unfortunately, the lizards have already found Mr. Peterson's house and have turned his face into a skeleton face.
They have eaten him from the inside out. There's a moment where one of the lizards like kind of pokes out of his like trachea. Pretty gross.
Yes. It's great. I love that shit. It looks like a fucking. It looks like the skeleton looks like a cover from a Goosebumps book. It looks like a skeleton on the cover of Say Cheese and Die 4.
It's definitely like a Halloween ass skeleton that.
Very much so. Yeah. There's like gas in the air, and they're like, oh fuck, we got to take care of the lizards, and so Amy just like lights a book of matches, and then
while they are still inside, without alerting anybody else to what she's doing.
Right, and they just have to run out of the house because she's just set a time bomb off. I mean, realistically, I feel like if the house was filling with gas and she lights those matches, it should be like an immediate explosion, right? Like fucking YouTube poop ass, what the fuck, boom, situation.
You would just light up, like.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from that.
Right.
But now we see where basically the film's entire budget went. Is into not one but two explosions here.
Yeah, we get another one a little bit later, but this one fucking there's just a huge explosion and like the slow-mo and everything, and it's like I didn't need this in this movie.
No,
like
not
I did
at
not
all.
need. And also, like, to be clear, this is not like an epic finale explosion. This is like 40 minutes into the movie.
This film took so long to get to it, and then when it got to it
there wasn't much to be getting to, and when it got there, I was not very happy.
Exactly. So they have to trudge back from Mr. Peterson's because his truck also blows up along with the house.
Yep.
So they're like nearly dead by the time they get back. They have to like break into her house basically just to make sure that there's no doom lizards waiting directly on the other side.
It turns out, the lizard that was in Marshall's backpack, it wasn't dead after all. It escaped. It's gonna come get you. And I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like, that is more or less what he says in the scene. He's like, it's like, it is just the exact same cadence with which Griffin McElroy reacts to the first time that he really fucks up Truck Shepard's face in the Mass Effect 2 Monster Factory.
Now
it's just like,
this reference I get.
He opens his backpack and is like, hey,
And so Amy gets a gun.
Yeah, Amy gets her gun, and she gives it to Marshall.
It's like it's a Red Ryder BB gun. Like, I have one of those.
Yeah.
And it's also an automatic with unlimited bullets.
There's admittedly a pretty funny scene where as soon as she hands him the gun, he's like, I don't know what to do with this. I've never held a gun before. She's like, don't worry about it. And then a tree branch crashes through the window, and Marshall just fucking unloads the clip into it.
Ah!
It's very funny.
Again, he's in his own movie. Let's see.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
They find a lizard under the heater.
Yes.
And they discover that it was pregnant.
It was pregnant.
It was pregnant. There's eggs.
The lizard was Cersei.
Okay, I don't Game of Thrones, but I'll trust you on that.
Did you not post Game of Thrones? Did you not post Game of Thrones either?
I did, but like I only understood maybe 25% of it, so I was mostly vibing.
Yeah, just they say things like Cersei was Mario Kart, and you just smile and nod and say
and then somebody goes okay. That reminds me, this film has a lot of what I like to call Lil Jon moments, which is...
A Little John moment?
Yes, which is things that make you go, what? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, where were we?
We were... Hold on, let me take a look at the extremely in-depth...
I can't even use it because
I need to get a word count. I need to get a word count on this real quick. One sec. I want to get a word counter on this versus like Infinity War. Yeah, okay. So let's see. The plot synopsis for Aberration has 1,552 words.
Jesus
The plot
Christ.
synopsis for Avengers Infinity War has 696 words.
Wow. Amazing.
This truly might be, like, I'm sure that there is more, but this might be one of the most, like, in-depth plot, like, this is like a level of in-depth
shot
of,
for
like,
shot.
this is like back when, like, the mid-2000s when I would use my PSP to go on Wikipedia and read the synopsis for the Final Destination movies, and there would just be, like, in-depth explanations of all the Rube Goldberg machines that lead to their deaths before the summaries were edited first for conciseness.
Exactly. That's how you know the real quality of this film.
Man,
is that none of the
fucking
nerds at Wikipedia, like, tracked this down and did anything about it. Like, the film's on YouTube. You can just watch it there. I don't think anybody else is, we might be the first people to touch this in quite some time.
It's been lying dormant for all those years.
We're about to awaken the ancient evil.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So the lizard is Gegnant, and they find the eggs, and there's just like a 2-minute scene of Amy just like smashing like what is clearly it doesn't look like what an egg would look like. I feel like
They're
like,
hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, exactly. She just hammers them, and they're hard-boiled eggs.
And it plays squelch shot, wav. Like,
yeah. The
exactly.
well, that's more of a fucking that's a fucking Donald Duck ass sound.
It's pretty much what it was doing. Perfect. What were we talking about? This film is so scattered, and this Wikipedia entry is so robust that it's very difficult to stay centered.
Yeah. So yeah, they kill the eggs. Then they find the lizards in the attic. But the lizards attack Marshall, and they attack him. But the lizard gets blasted by a hose that Amy is shooting, and
oh, we forgot to mention the super soaker, which she just kind of has.
Oh yeah, she's got a super soaker now because Marshall broke the poison sprayer thing. And so they kill the lizard, but not before it spits venom into Marshall's eyes. And so she wraps a bunch of white bandages around his face, and just like it's not the first. He is not the first nor the last person to ever have white bandages on his face. But I did immediately think of Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
And then I said I like these characters equally as much.
Oh, throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the lizard one.
God.
The other thing I was thinking was Father Gascoigne from Bloodborne, but I don't think that's one that you know.
Unfortunately, no. I don't like to play hard video games. I like to play easy video games because I'm a weenie.
I respect that. I respect people who know what they want out of video games.
And that's why I play MMOs.
I want a hard experience, and some people do not want a hard experience, and I respect that.
If I want a hard experience, I'll just go call my parents, you know?
Yeah, right. Calling your parents is the Dark Souls of social interaction.
Exactly.
Living with your parents is the Demon Souls of social interaction.
Oh.
So yeah, she puts some gauze over his eyes, and like it just like it looks so goofy. Like he looks like I said Gojo, but like honestly, the thing that really springs to mind is Vince Vaughn in the final showdown of Dodgeball (film).
Yeah.
Don't tell me you've not seen Dodgeball (film).
No, I have. It's just been a long time.
So you're mining through you're perusing the archives right now. You're like just like looking through all the file folders and trying to envision Vince Vaughn in that final showdown with the skull and crossbones volleyball.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just nodding and smiling and listening to the elevator music.
Okay. So the the last lizard is running around, and it like dives into the fish tank, and it starts to grow gills. And Amy's like,
she throws it in the fish tank.
Right, she throws it in the fish tank, but it eats the fishes, and then it starts to grow gills, and then Amy just says "fuck you" and throws a lamp into it. And this is when she finds the eggs. After she kills that last lizard, she smashes them with a hammer, and then they win, and they go to sleep. But not really, because the next morning there's a car outside.
Well, first I feel like we have to talk about, because this is another part of the true horror of this movie, is that they go to sleep, and there's, a big old hole in a window, so they're, like, basically freezing to death. So they have to, like, cuddle up with each other. And Marshall is
snuggle
like,
for warmth.
And Amy could not be clearer. She is not into this. And he's, like, kissing her neck and cuddling on up, and she's like, this is just for warmth. And he's like, yeah. And he's just, ugh. And this is where, I don't know, I think what this movie is really about is, teaching interesting women that just because somebody makes you feel hyper competent and cool, doesn't mean it's a good relationship and you have to persist.
Yeah.
But that just... Imagine being in this awful situation with this awful man. That is the real horror.
Yeah, but not only one man. There's another man.
That's right.
Because now, an hour into this movie, we are introducing a second plot. A second plot in which a second antagonist, and because the lizards aren't enough, now we have to meet Amy's Russian ex-boyfriend Yuri Romanov. No, not Yuri. It'd be Uri?
Something like that. I don't think they were sure, because one of the goof-em-ups that's listed on IMDb is that, like, his name that's tattooed on his wrist is, like, spelled wrong anyway. So who knows?
Is it like the Cyrillic? Is it like the Cyrillic thing where, like, the people love to post that image of, like, Donald Trump spelled with Cyrillic, but it's really like Dekur no
something like that. I'm sure.
Because Cyrillic is clearly is famously the same as the alphabet.
Yeah.
So Uri is like, hey, fuck this girl. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you too, Marshall. And like, he does beat the shit out of him. He does a fucking, like, Marshall gets him in like a chokehold at some point, but Uri hits him with a literal fucking Austin Powers 180 degree like straight up kick. Like just an elevator kick that goes 180 degrees and kicks Marshall in the face.
It's sure something.
Like, literally cut from The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah. It's like it's a shoe on the end of a broom, and it just whoop.
Yeah, it just bops him. So Yuri is like, this is not Amy, this is Alex. And Marshall is like, okay. And Uri is like, she has my money. And Amy is like, well, fuck, this guy's got a gun. Let's see if we can finagle the lizards into killing this guy, but they can't. But then,
he forces them onto the bed at this point.
Yes.
They're all just kind of like rolling around and changing positions on this bed, and I'm like, was this a different scene? Like, was there a different cut of this movie?
Yeah, because apparently what happens is that they shove him into the fireplace and eggs fall on his head, at which point a lizard breaks out of his mouth and he gets shot in the face repeatedly. So that's Uri. Well, thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for coming to the movie, Uri. You were here for 10 minutes. 1 day of shooting. Nice to see you. Goodbye. You'll get third billing on this though, don't worry.
Somehow still more likable than Marshall.
So they try and steal his car, but they it's full of lizards, and Amy has to like struggle and get out of it, and she throws the cigar that Uri was smoking into the gas tank of the car, and we get our second giant epic explosion.
Before that, I loved the moment where they discovered that the lizards are in the car, because they just have two little Gila monster heads like pop up out of the AC vents, and they're just like, ah!
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Because they can't decide what these lizards sound like, so they make all sorts of noise. They're like gremlins.
They make so many noises.
They just make gremlin noises.
Yeah. So Amy's unconscious, and now it's the Marshall big time movie. He goes to the general store and meets up with the aforementioned Mrs. Miller. There is a lizard under her skin, and he has to like tourniquet Amy's leg and like burn the lizard out of her.
It's gross.
And then yanks the lizard out, and it's nasty.
She like sits up and screams real loud in that moment, even though she's like half frozen to death. Yeah.
So Marshall and Miss Miller are looking around the store for the lizards, and they're like, this is a very funny scene, and I think it was intentional, but it's really hard for me to say for sure, because Marshall is like wandering around being very quiet and like whisper talking to Mrs. Miller, but Mrs. Miller is in the middle of getting her face silently eaten by lizards, and she like isn't making any noise.
One of the lizards wraps its tail around her neck and starts like constricting.
Yeah,
they do that now.
Yeah. Marshall eventually rounds the corner to find her corpse, and he takes off his jacket angrily. He's like, "She was a nice lady."
Ugh, this is where he was like definitely in a Rambo movie in his mind.
Yeah, because then he puts on cool sunglasses and also lights a broom on fire to get to the lizard.
He sure does.
The lizard puts out the venom, but he finds a flare gun. The lizard knocks it out of his hands, but Amy shoots at the lizard, and she says, I wrote this down, hold on. She says, "You're extinct." And then she shoots the lizard, which it just like the flare gun carries it to the wall, and then the lizard explodes as soon as upon contact with the wall. It's very funny.
It was very good. It was almost worth the rest of this film.
And then in the aftermath, in the afterglow, Amy and Marshall cuddle together, and they love each other.
They have a very chaste and unconvincing kiss. It's horrible. Yeah. Everybody, trauma bonding is not the same thing as falling in love, okay?
Yeah.
Awful.
So, on a scale of 0 to 5... On a scale of 0 to 5 hard-boiled lizard eggs, how many hard-boiled lizard eggs are you going to give this movie?
I'm giving it a 2.5. It just wasn't quite entertaining enough to justify how shitty it was. But that being said, I did enjoy some of the practical effects, and I thought the lizards were kind of cute. So if you need a movie to just like shit on with a bunch of friends, this would probably be fun for that sort of thing. Yeah. But I won't be...
It is the most harmlessly bad movie that I have seen in a while. Like it is nothing good, but like normally when I encounter a movie that like I think is like particularly bad on this podcast, it also has a thing of like there is like a poorly handled like something. I fully expected this to have like some kind of bad like I don't know, something gross in it that it just didn't have.
I mean, it had Marshall.
Yeah, it does have that, but like this is like the most harmlessly bad movie I think we've done on this podcast in a while. Like nothing is like offensively bad. It's just not really well put together, but it's in kind of a fun way.
Yeah, you can tell that whoever was making this was definitely really into it. They just didn't really know what they were doing. Yeah.
We got a question from the fired royal necromancer at Haunting the Morgue, who says, "How are Smile and Chio doing today?" Let me see. Smile is chilling on her log under her heat lamp.
Cheeto right now, I believe, I can't quite see him from where I'm at, but he's been spending a lot of time on his hammock lately. He is shedding, and now his chin is going, so he's about to shed his whole beard. Nice. He's not very pleased about this new puppy in the house development, and neither is the puppy. pleased about his presence, so that's been fun.
Mortal nemesis.
Yeah, I'm putting up window cling, so that the puppy can't, continue to create problems. But Cheeto's doing good. He's eating, he's vibing, he's
Good.
running around.
Yeah, I still have to give Smile her vegetable for her vegetable for today.
Oh, vegetable.
Her big fistful of kale.
Yeah, I can't wait for Cheeto to just completely ignore his salad today.
Oh yeah, Smile loves to ignore her salad and then take a shit in her dish.
Yep, that's generally how it goes.
Yep. Why do they call it animal husbandry instead of animal wifery? Because they wanted to prevent people from saying "Anna, my wife." Sorry.
Really makes you think.
Lastly from Morg, do you think this movie legitimately gives little lizards a bad name, or is it too dumb to affect anything with that? Absolutely too dumb to affect anything with that. I think the movie Godzilla gives lizards a bad name more than this movie does.
This movie just didn't have like a coherent biology. Like they went into some explanation about like a lizard lying dormant or something. Like, these bitches don't even know the word brumation.
They don't know just fucking chilling for months.
They don't understand. They also just never touch on the fact that it's like negative 20 degrees outside and lizards are not warm-blooded.
Yeah, they're just kind of trucking despite it being like frigid outside.
It's they just threw these lizards into a very typical horror movie setup, and it could have been like any other way. Like, make this movie in a like tropical destination where it would actually be kind of scary if a bunch of like hyper competent lizards were around. And hard to notice because there's lots of lizards.
Yeah.
I would enjoy it. I would enjoy like 90% more lizards in this film. Then it would be worth it.
Frankly, okay, I need more lizards in movies. In Terminator 1, when Sarah Connor has her cute pet lizard, that's good. In Tangled, when Princess Rapunzel has her big lizard or her small lizard, also great. I just need more lizards in movies as pets.
That's why
please give it to me.
Yeah, that's why I still love the film Holes, because they painted those bearded dragons and they're just chilling and they're having such a good time.
They are just fucking chilling.
I hope they paid them in hornworms. They deserved it.
Oh, God, they deserve it. Hornworms are pricey. They're thick and chunky. I only ever buy them as a snack because they are pretty pricey. But those things spency.
They're hard to raise.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Green.
So
do you have any? We're gonna do recommendations now. Do you have a recommendation lined up, or should I go first?
I do have a recommendation lined up. I've been wanting to talk about it for like a month. So I have been studying color lately. I make art sometimes, allegedly, and I found two tools especially helpful. The first one is a book called The Interaction of Color by Josef Albers. The thing that I had the most fun with is there's an app version of it that has the full text, and then it gives you a tool to do the different like activities it has. So you learn how to pick colors and recognize them, how to put them together, how to make like any combination of colors work together. It's a really good book. It really helped. And the other thing that really helped me was the game Chromatic, which is just a little... they make a puzzle out of different color gradients, so you learn how to see, how these different colors are influencing each other. And I don't know, I just find it very relaxing. Doing the Albers exercises and Chromatic at night before bed is a nice little practice if you're into art and into seeing colors for what they are. And I love it.
Hell yeah. My recommendation this week is going to be an anime that I've already recommended this season, I believe, but I'm genuinely, if you have never listened to an anime recommendation of mine before, and make this one the one that you actually listen to, even if you don't like anything I normally recommend or any anime. I'm please begging you to watch Oddtaxi. It is genuinely one of the best shows I've seen in a long, long time. Like, probably my favorite show since A Place Further Than the Universe. Might be more favorite than that. It's hard to say. The best thing I've seen to describe it is like it's a funny animals story that's a funny animals noir story directed by the Coen brothers. It is hilarious. The threads are it is so tightly woven, and every single check it writes it cashes by the end of the show. I am genuinely so shocked by how well that it all tied everything together. I did not think it was going to be possible by what it was showing me by like the midpoint, but it fucking brings it all together. It's one of the best shows I've seen in years. Please, even if you do not like anime, please watch Oddtaxi. It's only 13 episodes. It's great. You'll like it. I promise. Please.
I will check it out.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sue, for being on this episode. Thank you so much for coming back.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. If you would like to find us, we are Fearbaiting on Twitter, at Fearbaiting. We also patreon.com/fearbaiting. If you want to, patreon.com/fearbaiting is where you want to go to, oh my god. Patreon.com/fearbaiting. Go there to support the podcast. $1 a month is a tip jar. Occasionally we get the episodes up early and we post them there if we do, but it's not very often. $5 a month gets your name right on the podcast. $10 a month gets you a movie. You get to pick a movie for us. Also, $5 a month lets you give us a I'm sorry, I'm completely out of sorts. $5 a month also lets you send in a message for us to read. So thank you very much to new patron Luna Wolf. Also thanks to Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Michael Kaiser, and Paul Bechtel. We love you all so much. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. Thank you to Noisepace.xyz and Matt GameCube for hosting this and so many other great podcasts. Some other ones that I am on are The Wonder Years, which is an Animorphs podcast I do with my friends Blair and Seda. Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a leftism podcast made by, for, and of the Terminally Online. And Special Grade Snacks, a Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast. If you would like to know who Satoru Gojo is, as the aforementioned Satoru Gojo, listen to that. We'll tell you about him.
It's good.
Sue, do you have anything to plug?
Sure. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter at MossAppreciator with an 8. Also, just a tentative announcement. Everybody start thinking about. I'm trying to organize a Noise Space fanzine.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm planning to just put together a PDF for the first one, and if it does well enough, we might do print copies. But writing, drawings, fan art, comics, anything you can think of that could be put into a PDF, we would love to have. So look out for me putting out the call soon for pieces of work about our favorite noise space.
Hell yeah. Also shouts out to people you meet outside of bars for our incredible intro-outro music. Check out their work at gaygothvibes.online. And shouts out to Blair, who is my regular editor, at Blair Kitsch on Twitter. We love him.
Thank you, Blair.
And I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Fearbaiting. So until next time, I'm Sara.
And I'm Sue.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up guy or a lizard anywhere.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.